Hey there, fellow travelers. Welcome back to our adventure series where we explore Latin America. Today we're diving into a topic that demands our attention and caution, the Santa Fe neighborhood in Bogota, Colombia. Now, before we go any further, let me tell you one thing. This is not your typical travel guide. We won't be highlighting the picturesque spots or recommending the best local cuisine. Instead, we're going to talk about an area that, unfortunately, falls under the category of a no-go zone. Located in Bogota, Colombia, Santa Fe is a historical locality that holds significance as the city's original downtown, dating back to its foundation in 1538. Spanning an area of approximately 45.17 square kilometers and with a population of around 96,000 people, Santa Fe is home to prominent cultural, business, and historical attractions that draw visitors, including the National Museum of Colombia, the International Center, the Fonse Theater, and the iconic Bolivar Square. However, beneath its surface allure, Santa Fe carries a notorious reputation as a no-go zone due to the prevalence of poverty, crime, prostitution, and drug trafficking. Particularly infamous is the western section of Santa Fe known as Las Martiras, recognized for its dubious market where illegal goods and services are traded. Given the risks associated with robbery, violence, and harassment, both travelers and locals often opt to steer clear of this area. Additionally, Santa Fe suffers from inadequate infrastructure, sanitation, and public services. The concerns surrounding Santa Fe are manifold. First, criminal gangs hold control over the territory, extorting money from residents and businesses alike. Furthermore, the locality grapples with the exploitation and mistreatment of sex workers, including minors and migrants from Venezuela. The consumption and trafficking of drugs such as cocaine, crack, and bazuco, a low-cost mixture of cocaine paste and other substances, also plague the area. Moreover, the lack of social and economic opportunities, especially for the local youth, exacerbates the challenges faced by Santa Fe. Lastly, the deterioration of the historical and cultural heritage further compounds the issue, evident through acts of vandalism, graffiti, and overall neglect. The crime statistics and safety data pertaining to Santa Fe provide compelling evidence to substantiate its reputation as a dangerous neighborhood within Bogota. The area experiences alarmingly high levels of violence and property crime. Various types of crimes prevail in the locality, contributing to its notoriety. Armed robbery stands out as one of the most prevalent offenses in Santa Fe, with an astonishing 82,000 cases reported in 2020. The city center, where illicit markets and criminal gangs operate, poses a particularly high risk of robberies. While Santa Fe's homicide rate is lower than the national average, it remains higher than other localities in Bogota. In 2020, the neighborhood witnessed a homicide rate of 11.6 per 100,000 inhabitants. The majority of these homicides occur in the western part of Santa Fe. Extortion serves as a common practice employed by criminal groups in Santa Fe, demanding money from businesses and residents in exchange for protection or services. However, extortions are significantly underreported due to mistrust of the police or fear of retaliation. In 2020, only 37 cases of extortion were officially reported in Santa Fe. Santa Fe emerges as a hotspot for drug trafficking and consumption in Bogota. Notably, cocaine, crack, and bazuco are openly sold and consumed in the streets, parks, and brothels of the locality. This drug activity generates violence and health-related issues within the community. Several specific incidents and patterns have unfolded in Santa Fe, further underscoring its challenging circumstances. The Bogotazo riots, which commenced in 1948, erupted as a response to the assassination of the popular leader Jorge Gaitán. These riots spread across Santa Fe and other parts of the city, leading to extensive destruction and violence. The Bronx intervention occurred on May 28, 2016, when police conducted a raid in the Las Martiras area known as the Bronx. The raid aimed to dismantle a criminal network engaged in drug trafficking, prostitution, kidnapping, and torture. While the intervention achieved its goal, it also resulted in the displacement of numerous homeless individuals and drug addicts to other areas of the city. The Transmilenio protest erupted on September 9, 2020. following the alleged torture and death of Javier Ordonez by the police. The protest quickly escalated into violence, specifically targeting Transmilenio stations and buses in Santa Fe and other localities. The clashes between protesters and law enforcement led to 13 fatalities and hundreds of injuries. These crime statistics, incidents, and patterns highlight the significant challenges faced by Santa Fe, emphasizing the urgent need for intervention from both authorities and society at large. While Santa Fe encompasses a diverse range of areas, it is crucial to identify specific places that should be avoided at all costs due to their dangerous and precarious nature. Here are some locations within Santa Fe that individuals should steer clear of. The Bronx. Formerly an infamous area in Las Martiras, the Bronx was characterized by rampant drug trafficking, prostitution, kidnapping, and torture. Although the police raided and dismantled the criminal network in 2016, the area remains unsafe and abandoned. San Victorino. This bustling market area in Santa Fe is known for the sale of illegal goods and services. Its crowded and chaotic environment poses a high risk of robbery, violence, and harassment. Santa Fe Red Light District. This district within Santa Fe is notorious for its street-based sex work and brothels. The area is marked by unsafety, unhygienic conditions, and the exploitation and abuse of sex workers by pimps and clients. El Cartucho. Once an infamous area within Santa Fe, El Cartucho housed drug addicts, homeless individuals, and criminals, surrounded by extreme poverty and violence. Although the area was demolished in 2005 and replaced by a park, the site's bad reputation has led many locals to avoid it. La Perseverancia. This neighborhood in Santa Fe is plagued by gang activity and drug dealing. It's characterized by insecurity, poverty, and minimal police presence. It's important to note that while these destinations should be avoided, they should not define the entirety of Santa Fe. There are other areas within the locality that offer safety and captivating experiences, such as La Candelaria, Masarena, Centro Internacional, and Parque Nacional. If you find yourself in or near the Santa Fe neighborhood, it's essential to prioritize your safety and employ practical advice to navigate potentially risky situations. Consider the following tips. Tip number 1. Conduct thorough research. Before you visit, gather reliable information about the area, identify safe and unsafe zones, recommended places to visit, local customs, and the current security situation. Online sources, guidebooks, local contacts, or other reputable tour operators can provide valuable insights. Tip number 2. Plan your route. Prior to venturing out, plan your itinerary and determine the safest routes. Opt for authorized public transportation or registered taxis. Avoid walking alone, especially at night, particularly in deserted or questionable areas. If you require directions or find yourself lost, approach a police officer or trusty local for assistance. Tip number 3. Maintain vigilance. Stay aware of your surroundings and public spaces, remain vigilant for any suspicious or dangerous behavior, avoid carrying excessive valuables or large sums of cash, and keep your belongings close to you at all times. Refrain from accepting drinks, food, or rides from strangers, and steer clear of involvement in drugs, gambling, or prostitution. Tip number 4. Show respect. Interact with locals in a polite and respectful manner, honoring their culture and traditions. Seek permission before taking photographs or videos of people. Refrain from making offensive or provocative comments or gestures. Avoid wearing flashy or revealing attire, as well as displaying signs of wealth or status. Tip number 5. Seek assistance. In case of problems or emergencies, reach out to the appropriate authorities or reliable sources for help. Save emergency contact numbers such as 123 for the police, 125 for ambulance, and 119 for the fire department. Familiarize yourself with the contact details for your embassy or consulate. Additionally, consider connecting with local NGOs that offer assistance to travelers. By adhering to these safety tips and recommendations, you can enhance your personal security and minimize risks while exploring or residing in the Santa Fe neighborhood. With that being said, here we come to the end of our video. If you want to join us on our travels throughout Latin America, like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you never miss another video. See you in the next one. Until then, take care and thanks for watching.